Eventually, we're going to have Emily mic'd up here because she just did her first 3, 2, 1 countdown.
And nailed it.
And she just cracked her fingers and is clapping her hands. There are many weird things that happen in franchising, equally as many weird things that happen on this.
Yeah.
What is this called anyway? A blog? Vlog?
It's not a vlog.
What is it? It's a podcast.
It's a televised podcast.
Televised podcast. All right, on this televised podcast. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about some business stuff.
Yep. This is Live to Tell.
Business stuff. Live to Tell. I was just talking with a digital guy. We're talking about Biolite's Dilly Dilly, but then he's like, we were talking about whether the brand is prepared for when some sort of ad campaign takes off. And then he's like, they weren't prepared for What's Up. I'm like, no. I'm like, oh man, I forget. That should be our intro. What's up?
Emily's really a big fan.
What's up, everybody?
Hi.
What are we talking about today, Cassie?
All right, so fantastic. We're going to kick it off with a little franchising-centric news, but the new joint employer rule that rolled out from the Labor Department. So there's proposed new rules that would make it simple. You're like, over it, don't care. It goes back and forth all the time.
New rules. Right. What you just said.
Yeah.
There's going to be no conclusion. Sorry, I interrupted you. But
that's totally fine.
Is there anything else to this garbage?
Nope. We can move into celebrity.
You don't want to say anything else on it?
Looking forward to the next rollout, U.S. Department of Labor. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
There's too much freaking change. Just build some consistency. All right. I'll sidebar it for 1 sec.
All right.
McDonald's coming out and saying they're not going to battle minimum wage increases. That seems like an interesting play. So that there are some conversations that are positive around this.
Yeah.
Joint employer. I'm in the minority here, but I wonder what a world would look like if joint employer was actually a thing for franchise brands.
It would look a lot different, but I don't know.
Yeah, because we've talked about this before. Franchisees, when they open up their own business, they don't know how to run a business.
Yeah.
That's why they're buying a franchise. You're handing them the operational plan of how they operate a business in majority of cases. Mm-hmm. So shouldn't joint employer be a thing? Go ahead. Comment below when all you people that disagree with me. But
there probably has to be a level of split responsibility.
I guess so. Yeah, it's not there should be. And it shouldn't be so black and white. Like government needs to understand how a franchise business works. And I think that would help on some of these conclusions.
Agreed.
All right, I'm off of that topic.
All right. Celebrity. Cute. So Russell Wilson.
Who?
Russell Wilson.
Who is he?
I know him as Sierra's husband,
sport
but he's a
sport ball
Seahawks player.
What sport?
Football.
Former Seahawks player?
I don't know. Something Seahawks.
Why is Russell Wilson our celebrity?
Because he is launching this new venture called Limitless Mind. So it's like a business coaching thing that's basically talking about like thinking and mental conditions, and it's like a mind control. I mean, not like, I don't know if it's like actually like
mind control
or whatever, but that's like kind of what he's trying to do. So it's basically, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts. I think this is dumb as hell, but people are going to buy into it because it's the whole like law of attraction or whatever. Like, go read a self-help book. You don't need to go to Russell Wilson's freaking thing. You know what I mean? That's my point of view. But it'll probably work because he's a celeb. I mean, whatever. If it helps, it helps. But you just want me to keep talking shit about Russell Wilson. He annoys me.
I mean, you're going. Wait, so he annoys you because why?
Mainly just because I don't get him and Sierra. This is a weird episode.
All right. I'm not going to comment on it. How about that?
Okay.
Cash money. The cash and the money and the money and the cash. Oh, I nailed that perfectly. I can see Emily's screen. I'm gonna do these theme songs.
It's your every intro. Right. Oh man. All right. So McDonald's, this is the second week in a row that they've had a new, or I guess same week technically, but that we've talked about it, at least new acquisition. So
Another one?
yeah, so for
I
2
didn't see
decades, they
this.
didn't do anything. And then now, after they acquired Digital Yield, they spent $3.7 million to get a less than 10% stake in Plexure, which is a app vendor that's going to help their app run in 48 different countries.
All right. So what's the truth here? You said 3.7 million or billion? Million.
For
So
less than 10%.
okay, so they're putting stake into those suppliers that are going to help impact their business. It's interesting. So all you other businesses that are looking at this, maybe there's some truth to following or value in following McDonald's lead here, because if they invest money, if they're a stakeholder in the app that's supposed to solve some of their challenges, then they probably negotiated a seat at the board. They appreciate the team that's there. They don't have to acquire the whole company and manage it. We talked about this last week about my thought of, if you acquire the whole company, you might be losing some of the sexiness. So maybe they listen to me in between.
Someone at McDonald's is like, oh shit.
I think it's an interesting play. So any client of No Limit Agency, 1851 or Mainland, we are open for business. Not really. I wouldn't take your money.
All right.
I don't want you having a seat on our board.
Like, bye. All
Bye.
Right. Forward thinking.
To the front. Oh, what was that, Emily? Which one did you just do? You just messed up my theme song. Which one did you play?
I think
Forward thinking.
Yeah.
No, which one did you play before that?
Would you like it again? Would you like to do yourself?
No, I just want you to tell me which one you played.
Forward thinking.
No! You got to answer my question first. Our viewers can see this, so just tell me. I'm going to play it back on Facebook.
Forward thinking.
Did you really play Forward Thinking? What did you play the first time? Huh?
Friend or foe.
Oh, friend or foe. Oh, I got things. Okay, do Forward Thinking again. To the front of your brain.
You're nailing it with the timing.
You didn't say I'm nailing it with the theme songs.
I mean, I find them entertaining. Just the timing, yeah. Okay, so this is... All right, so there's this startup called Biolite, and I guess they do like a lot of camping gear, so I'm clearly really knowledgeable in this subject. But they are...
Is it a pooping business?
No, it's like outdoors. It's like camping.
Well,
So they're rolling out this thermoelectric camping stove that it creates a smokeless fire. I don't know what that is, but then it's capable of using its own thermal energy to charge devices.
Huh?
Yeah, right? I don't really think that we're campers.
Explain your why. They're never going to be able to buy TV ads. It's going to take them 6 minutes to explain what they do.
The one thing that's cool, though, is that if they could use this tech to help, like, underprivileged countries that, like, don't have access to electricity, I mean, it...
Are you kidding me right now? How much is this thing?
I don't know.
How you think they're going to send this to underprivileged countries and say, let us solve your cooking issues?
I mean,
oh, by the
it would
way,
be nice.
you can't afford a cell phone, but just in case you do, you can plug it into the side of the stove.
Welcome to America.
I appreciate your optimism with we're going to create a stove.
Mind control, not at all good. Stoves, apparently, I'm on
You're
board.
more upset about Russell... You're more upset that Sierra is married to Russell Wilson.
If they're happy, then good for them.
And then your brainstorm idea for this company that has a fake
this
flame.
Isn't me making this, like...
You just said, I want to give these stoves to an underprivileged country.
They're using the tech to help communities. This isn't me being like, they should do this. They're doing it.
I thought you were saying you want them to do this.
Well, I think they should if they're actually going to do it. But it says Biolite is using the tech to help remote communities.
Still, it's dumb. If you don't have any money, how are you going to buy a cell phone?
I mean, facts.
So where are you going to plug in inside of that? You probably don't even have a USB. You have one of those old... If you can't afford a cell phone, you have one of those flip phones. Therefore, it's one of those ones that doesn't even plug into a USB charger.
It's $129.95.
Dumb. Buy one of those like charcoal grills and keep warm, or start a fire in a garbage can.
Friend or foe? I feel like they should have been our friend or foe. Clearly, we don't like you. Okay.
Wait.
I'll wait.
All right, go ahead. We all have a friend. Sometimes we have a foe.
So close.
Ah!
Okay. So Olive Garden, they're going to be rolling out this spaghetti dish that has a softball-sized meatball on top of it. It's like, I guess they are contributing a lot of their success last year to adding more chicken to their chicken Alfredo. So now it's going to be a huge ass meatball. I'm swearing a lot on this episode. Sorry.
I was gonna stand up and show my former self. It was like that was like definitely mostly Olive Garden. Those all you can eat breadsticks, soup and salad. Their zuppa Toscana. Oh my god.
I mean, their breadsticks are dope, but I've definitely only been
Endless
Olive
pasta.
Garden. They have endless pasta.
They have. You know what? I'm gonna give it. That's a friend.
People are gonna eat it.
I was with a client this week. I said, "What are you famous for?" And they had an answer. It wasn't overly impressive. And we're gonna work on that. But I think there's some truth to having something that is like wings that have like the hot wing challenge or like the softball meatball.
But like Olive Garden's never gonna top breadsticks.
No, but if they called it the Wilson and created a raft of breadsticks and then put the softball meatball on top of
or
it,
you could use the breadstick
with the face that looks like Wilson.
God, I hate that movie.
I love that movie.
Really?
I mean, think of how low budget it is. There's no actors. There's one.
and
And Wilson. Genius.
All right.
What do we do now?
Heating up.
It is on fire.
You're so talented. Okay.
I'm not.
There's a reason that neither one of us is famous. Okay, so Amazon, obviously a huge competitor for every brand in existence, but is it going to take out restaurants?
What was my conclusion?
That Amazon should be looked at as a kind of more of an inspiration than a straight up competitor.
Yeah, I just put this up on my Facebook page if you want to friend me, or on my LinkedIn page if you want to. Is it Connect? Connect Network. Yeah, I think restaurant brands need to study the way that Amazon is marketing to the customer. I think they need to study the way that packages are being delivered. Amazon nailed the way that delivery works. You can't, Emily. Emily's doing it. All right, look, I have a job interview that's coming up here. Not for me. I'm not applying for jobs. And Emily is now throwing up 10. So we just got the 3 down. So I'm like, is she telling me we have 10 seconds left? We have 2 minutes. All right, let me get back to my thought.
Yeah, Amazon.
Wait, I'm okay wasting some time. I can get to my thought quickly this time. Emily, we got to get you mic'd up.
She's like, sure.
Okay. Gilman. Sorry, she's got headphones in. Okay, so Amazon, the question that I posed on Facebook and LinkedIn was, could Amazon ruin an industry? And the answer is yes. At the end of the day, Amazon, in the momentum that they have right now, they can continue to pick off different industries and change the way it's done. So quick delivery, the depth of the delivery, the depth of technology, understand what the customer wants, feeding more information, using AI to solve the needs or the wants of the customer. They've mastered such a strong foundation that yes, they are going to challenge restaurant brands to be smarter with this. It's not about having a loyalty app or some silly app or gamification. Like all that stuff's old. Restaurant brands really dive into the study of what Amazon is doing and try to take little pieces off of it. I also think now that Amazon is in delivery, with which one of our clients, Checkers and Rallies, is connected in with. All right, now they're going to compete with Grubhub. Who are you going to trust more? I'll tell you, Grubhub gets my damn order wrong all the time. Amazon rarely does. So it's going to change the way things are done. So embrace it now. Get involved with it. Another thing with my last 18 seconds. Restaurants, the smart ones out there, you're going to engineer your cost structure where you can still be profitable in the percentages that you're giving out to these third-party solutions, but you have to decrease your cost because currently you're charging the same for out of store as in store. That's going to be something that eventually the customers are going to get tired of unless you nail the way that product gets there and you can give them some sort of experience. So right now the experience is nothing. It's poor. It's paper plates. fix that. That's the insight that I would be examining. Figure out a way to price engineer your menu so that, or give them the experience that they some sort of similar experience that they have in store. Like if it's Olive Garden, if you order breadsticks, like give them an entire box of breadsticks. Like the food
Right.
cost is nothing, but wow the customer through that delivery experience, and you got a shot at winning. What about that? What's up now? What is up now?
That's it. We're done.
We're
Nothing's
done.
up.
Hey, thanks for watching another episode. And be sure to check out Life Drives Success. We've had some really cool interviews on there. You can find them on our YouTube page. You can find them on 1851 or State Envy. You can find them on our social footprints. And would love for you guys to leave comments. And lastly, if any of you have awesome stories like the ones that we're talking about now, feel free to email either one of us or find us online. That way we can communicate with you and perhaps put it into our little show of podcast. What did you call it?
Televised podcast.
Televised podcast. Have a nice weekend. See ya.
Bye.